I didn't introduce myself at all. So, hi guys, I'm Kristen, and I am a yarn addict. And you're all supposed to say, hi Kristen, like it's an AA meeting. Anyway, this is a yarn tour, a yarn stash tour, I guess. I don't know how common the way I'm doing it is, but I filmed over a few days and it was a mess. And during that filming, I actually had two membership subscription boxes come, and so I will also be opening my KnitCrate and my Yarnable box, so I hope you enjoy. Sorry that I'm kind of crooked. Haven't filmed like this in a minute, so oh goodness. So I've been filming and cataloging my stash over the last few days as part of my 2021 goals, and I have some pictures and some videos from over the last couple days of just going through all of my stash, and I took down some notes. Really, I was just kind of seeing how much of each type of fingering weight or sock yarn that I have, because I'm not going to count, although I do have it stashed, I'm not going to count all of my non-sock yarn. Basically, everything I have is for hats or just kind of like miscellaneous projects. Everything that is acrylic or like worsted weight. I have some red heart and stuff like that that I'll use for dolls or amigurumi. But mostly I just wanted to catalog and show you my sock yarn because that's what I've been working with the most. So I counted and I have 112 skeins of fingering weight sock yarn that is not currently in use. So I do have, I think, 8 skeins that are 100 gram skeins on a shawl. I won't use all of them, but I do have them in use, so those don't count. I have 2 pairs of socks going, and I think at the time I had a 3rd pair of socks, so I won't be counting any of those, but not counting my used projects, 112 skeins of fingering that's been untouched. Again, I say untouched because I have this and several more like it that I've used a little bit of, but I still have quite a bit left, like either around 50 or at least over 30 grams, which is enough to do a pair of shorty socks, but I'm not counting it. I am going to stash my scraps a little bit later because I'm just not sure what to do with scraps and minis. So that 112 does not count my mini tubes, of which I now have 2, or my advent skeins, what I put all in this box. And there are 24, 35 in here. So yikes. And in the middle of stashing, I actually received a package from KnitCrate, and so I added more to my stash, but I'm keeping on top of it. So I don't know what to do about my minis, if I should put them in Ravelry, or just not, like maybe I'll put them in as a set. So I'll put like my 2 advent sets in, and then I've got like these smaller sets. So like this one was an Arkansas Yarn Co. set. These were like gnome kits. I think these were 3 gnome kits, and then this was the coffee set from Witch Candy Yarn. So I don't know. I guess I could catalog them as sets. That way it's like almost 100 grams basically per set. I don't know. I have no clue. It's insane how much yarn I have. It's insane. I won't be able to knit it all. But let's see the further breakdown of my yarn. Let's continue on. So I have 27 untouched skeins of Arkansas Yarn Co. fingering weight yarn. 27. What am I gonna do with it? I have no idea. And none of it's like sets, you know, it's all like individual skeins that don't necessarily go together, and I've just picked up over the last year and not used, because I've used a bunch of her yarn. I just haven't touched 27 skeins that I currently have, and I love them all. I've got a mix of her old base and her new base and sparkle and like regular. It's insane. Looking at it, it just makes me so happy. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I might be literally addicted to yarn. But I also have 27 skeins of non-Arkansas Yarn Co. fingering weight yarn. So that's hand dyed by other dyers. Some of it has been gift, some of it has been from traveling. Yeah. 27, so that's matching my Arkansas Yarn Co. of hand dyed. I have 34 skeins of commercial yarn. So that's like Cascade, Malabrigo, I don't know, what would you, I guess some of the other knit picks that I have. But yes, 34 commercial sock weight yarns. Yikes. I have 8 Yarnable skeins that are basically untouched. I did cake up one and I will be using it in January, but I have not knit with any of them yet, and I get one tomorrow, so yikes. And then I have 16 Felici cakes. That's 100 grams, so I actually have 32. So 16 sock sets basically from Felici that are untouched, and I currently have one on the needles, so 17 if you count that. But yikes, altogether it's 112 fingering weight sock yarns basically, which is crazy. It started to feel overwhelming. I beat Maddie. I think she has like 6 less. And that's crazy. I don't even know, because I haven't done a full count of the rest of my yarn, but I imagine that I've got her beat. She does de-stash a lot, and I just tend to get more. She'll give me some. I don't give mine away as often as her, so I did a lot of weighing of yarn. So I borrowed this scale from Maddie, and I've been weighing the scraps that I have and taking photos of it if it's bigger scraps, and stashing it on Ravelry, which was part of my goals. I get to check that off for January. And I also had the goal of doing my scrappy blanket, and so I put 3 squares in today, but I'll show you a couple of the larger skeins I have left. These aren't in my blanket yet, but these are definitely over 30 grams left each. So this could be another pair of socks. Together, it's definitely a pair of socks. So I don't know. I have too much yarn is basically the point of all this. And I hope to I hope to use my stash more so in the coming year. I do still plan on accruing and having more yarn. I love yarn. It makes me happy. So I don't see a point in like giving that hobby up, the hobby of acquiring new yarn. But I will try to use more of it. So I'm going to try to knit more. I'm trying to take on bigger projects that use more yarn so I don't have as much scraps left over. And I'm going to try to do more scrappy projects to get rid of the scraps I do have, because I can't throw it away. And I have to have it. I have to have that yarn. So it will be blankets. It will be, I don't know, pillowcases maybe. So I can have like a scrappy pillowcase and my scrappy blanket. I don't know. Does that sound insane? I think it might. But I've been babbling for too long. So I'm going to put in some footage of the rest of my stash and maybe some videos that I've taken over the last couple days if they make any sense at all. This is why stash like update is so important. Because I have no idea what I even have. First of all, there's all that fingering up there. Those bags are all full of yarn. Those drawers on that side are full of yarn. Just pulled all those out of the top drawer. I don't have labels for everything. Some of this is half-made projects. There's just yarn in every drawer in here. Literally don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I ever tried to stash. But I have like half of it in Ravelry and half of it on my bed. I don't know. It's so overwhelming. So I'm doing it little by little. I'm starting with the drawers. This is stuff I don't even use. I really should pare down, but I also could just knit this, you know, and like frog this. Probably put it back into the cake, add it to those two, which will be a much better project. So this is day 2 of trying to update my stash. So I've updated pretty much all of the non-fingering weight yarns. They are all in Ravelry and put back away, except for I think I have 2 drawers left and some scraps that I don't have labels for, so I'm not really sure what they are. And I think the ones that I'm not sure what they are just gonna go in the assorted bin under my bed. I've got 3 little like tubs. They're not little at all, they're huge. But I've got 3 flat tubs under my bed that are just full of assorted yarns that have no labels and are partially used and are mostly acrylic, so I'm not too worried about it. And eventually I'll either sort through and figure out what they are or donate them if they're no longer of use to me. So yeah, I'm going to finish the 2 drawers of actually labeled yarn, and then I'm going to attack the fingering yarn that's back there. I'm a little nervous because there's a lot of it, and most of it has never been stashed, so yeah, I don't know. And then I found I have 42 blanket squares to be made. 42! That's so much. I think I've only done 13, so I've got triple that to do. Goodness. Whew. That's not great. I'm gonna have a real hard time with that blanket, but wish me luck. I'll try to get some footage of this, but I'm having a feeling that's gonna be just a mess, like a nightmare mess, so. Ugh. So these are all skeins that I got from KnitCrate, and I should have 2 more coming, but it's very, very late. Hi guys, I just wanted to jump on because I was filming my stash tour. I've been filming it for a couple days. It's more of like a stash update, not really a stash tour so far, but I got an acquisition in the middle of doing my stash tour. So this is my KnitCrate. It actually came 3 weeks late, and during the pandemic they've been struggling pretty hard, so they have been coming late and the goodies have not been that great. So I usually skip the months, but I had forgotten for December, so I got it. And I subscribe to the, what is it called? Energize Me yarn, which is the bright colors. That's usually what I like. So far I've gotten a bunch of like cranberries, reds, and oranges, which are not my colors at all, and I've got them in like different weights and like I guess fiber content, that's what it would be, fiber content that I don't enjoy. So it's kind of been hit or miss for me, really. A lot of the stuff is really nice, and you get, you know, 2 full skeins of a new yarn that you've never had before, but a lot of it I'll never use. So I have it stashed, I put it away, but I wanted to open this one today for you guys. So I pop it open, and it always comes with 2 skeins, usually the same yarn, sometimes complementary yarns. Ooh, we've got a lot of stuff in here today. Let me just dump it out. Oh, okay. Let's see. So, this is kind of a mess. So, we have the yarn here. This is called Aldine Wools by KnitCrate, and it's Twinkle DK. It feels plumper than a DK to me. It's sparkly though, and it's really soft, super soft actually. And it's coral. It's like truly a coral color. It's very pretty actually in person. This is the most me yarn that they've given me so far. So the colorway's Squad Goals, and I love that. And it's an 80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% stellina blend, 250 yards per 100 grams. So it is plumper than a DK, I think, but this feels super squishy. That's the cashmere. It feels nice. I like it. I like to call cashmere chinchilla, but this is, you get 2, so I do have 2 here, but it's connected to the goodie this month. And the goodie this month seems to be, and I don't know if there's anything else that's popped out, seems to be a little tote bag. I like that. It says Yarn Squad. It's bright purple, and it's got the little kind of backpack zips, so you can cinch it at the top and wear it like a backpack, and I think that's pretty cute. So adding it to stash. So this is where I keep my KnitCrate yarn. These are mostly non-fingering. I think I've got some sport. This is fingering, but it's linen. And then this, I think, is DK, maybe Sport again. No, this is the fingering. They might both be fingering, but this is alpaca, so I wouldn't use this for sock. This is worsted, and that's probably going to be a brioche cowl one day. And then I have some, like, Hobby Lobby yarns, I think. These are all Hobby Lobby. Yeah, these are all Hobby Lobby. And most of these are full skeins. Some of them are partials. And they're all the soft and sleek, except for this. This is all cotton here. So these will be face cloths one day. But these are mostly acrylic yarns, I think. And I rarely knit with them anymore, other than like silly projects. So that's where I keep all that. I may have a problem. This is not okay. This is too much yarn. I have more yarn than I can knit with, I think, in my lifetime currently. There's just so much. And this is just the fingering weight. All of the stuff on my bed is currently only sock yarn. Lord. I don't know how it happened, but I have 112 skeins of fingering weight yarn. That's 112 socks, basically, because it's not just skeins. I didn't count any of the minis. I didn't count any of the partially used skeins I have, because I have too much yarn. That's just fingering weight. I didn't even start counting the other yarn. I did put it in my Ravelry, but I didn't count it, so it's too much. I have too much yarn. I'm gonna have to give some of it away, so be on the lookout for some giveaways going on because we can't possibly have this much yarn and still expect to buy yarn, because I love buying yarn. I don't want to stop buying yarn. That's gonna be so sad. So, and now commences the Felici portion of the stash tour. I have quite a bit of Felici. These are all self-striping yarns. They come in 50-gram balls. They are all, I believe, 75-25. Yeah, 75-25 superwash, which is great. And I love them. This is my favorite base to work with. It's just really comfortable. I don't really feel too attached to the yarn itself, which is a big problem for me. I get super attached to all of the yarns that are more expensive, I guess. But since these are fairly cheap and are often on sale, I'm not overly attached to the skein itself. And I have no problem knitting with it. And I've made so many pairs. I'll put in the count once I get done filming, because I have no idea off the top of my head. But this pair is obviously a standout of the bunch. I definitely have a brighter a brighter taste, right? So these are all my favorite ones. And then second are these. Third are actually this one, and then this one, and then this one, and last but not least, the brown one. Not my favorite, still pretty. When I'm not cataloging my Felici, it is in these bins. Well, they're like little totes. And they're clear, so I can see what I want, where I want it. I have 2 of them. It fits almost all of them. I've got 2 sets that are down here. In this little bin, this is a shoe rack holder, actually. But in this one, I have mostly my Yarnable. So all of these over here are Yarnable. And then I've got some that I've previously caked and then put back. Mostly those are just purchases that were spur of the moment and I don't know what to do with. I've got a lot more. Let's see, this is all Cascade, and then these 2 are Lane Cervinia. They're just different sock sets. I consider them all to be, what would you call that? Commercial yarn. I mean, it's hand-dyed, but it's not, you know? And then this is stuff I've purchased on a whim. Oops. I've got some knit picks down here, some Stroll Glimmer. Put that back up. I don't like my yarn on the floor. And then we get into the real hand-dyed. So this is Dream in Color, this is Malabrigo, and then we get into the Arkansas Yarn Co., of which I have 27 skeins that are untouched. That does not include all of the yarn I have that I've already used and have to use more scraps of. This is the Christmas stuff. A lot of these are, I wouldn't say impulse buys, but they're like collector purchases. Like, these are all minis from Hobby Lobby that were on sale. But behind there, I've got even more yarn. It's just falling on my face right now. All of these are Arkansas Yarn Co. for the top 2 cubbies, plus these 2 here. So, boom, boom. 27 of those. And then these 6 I haven't really counted, but they're on my Ravelry. I use them for heels, toes, and cuffs. When I get more space, this will be different. But right now I'm keeping knit goods here. These are project bags. These are soon to be projects. I've got a sweater in this one. This will be a Stephen West shawl. These are going to be scrappy socks. These are going to be the macaroon socks. These are full sets. So this is a sweater. This is another sweater that will be color work. I've got pom-poms in here. And then I've got some already caked sock yarn that I didn't enjoy working with, so I'm not sure what I'll be doing with that. And then in here, lots of yarn. This is going to be a sweater one day. This is Christmas yarn, haven't been using. A blanket I've started for crocheting granny circles, but haven't finished in quite a long time, haven't touched it. This is sparkle yarns, and yeah, I think they're all actually sparkles in there. Those are for hats. This is Red Heart Super Saver, which I was using for a crocheted kind of like a poncho thing, but I gave up on that. I haven't crocheted in a minute. This is all Lion Brand, and I think this down here is the Bernat Baby. I think that's how you say it. But those are scraps. I'm not even sure I counted them because I don't know if I knew what they were. And again, this is like Red Heart. This is black, but it's there. So I have lots of yarn in there. This is all Lion Brand Thick and Quick. And in the big thing below it, which you can't see, is a crocheted blanket using Bernat Soft Blanket Square stuff. But yeah, this is my mess currently because I do not have any space. I got my Yarnable today, so we're going to do a little mini unboxing for my stash tour so that I can take a picture right after this and add it to my stash since I'm so close to having everything cataloged. So Yarnable is a monthly subscription box. It's from Hypnotic Yarns. It's really great. I've got, I think, 9 now. This will be my 9th box, I want to say, but maybe 10th. I actually don't know, but it's from Hypnotic Yarns. You can subscribe for 1 or 2 skeins a month. You can subscribe for sock weight or DK yarn, I believe. I want to say that's still true. And subscriptions are only open every now and then. I'm not sure that they're open currently. So if you can get a subscription box from them, I would highly suggest it. The yarn's also like just real plump, and it's a really good base. I love it. She has really good goodies, so let's see what's in the box today. Ouch. It's a tough box. Okay, so the box always comes with a little pack of goodies. This one is a soft blue. It's wintry themed. It looks like a pomegranate lip treatment by Hudson Valley Skincare. And then she's got some buttons and a little keychain with crochet tools, I think. Let's see. So we've got some buttons here that say handmade with love. They're super cute. And then here is the lip balm. Let's see. Can you see it? There we go. From Hudson Valley Skincare. She has really informational cards too here. So like it'll come with this card and a QR code so that you can get more information on the stuff inside. So yeah, handmade with love wooden buttons, emergency fix-it crochet hooks keyring, and gluten-free lip treatment from Hudson Valley Skincare. And it says the scents vary. Oh, so you could get mint, coconut, black cherry, or pomegranate, and I got pomegranate, which is great because out of all of those flavors, that one's my favorite. That's just luck of the draw. But here is the mini crochet hook key ring, emergency key ring. That is super cool. I love this idea because you never know when you're gonna like, I don't know, drop a stitch and, you know, need a little quick fix it, and having that on your key ring would be awesome. So I'm gonna put that on my key ring for sure. And then also inside the bag always comes a discount card for Hypnotic Yarns. She sells lots of different kinds of yarn on her website, so I have yet to use that. I think Maddie uses it all the time though, so. Okay, so that was the goodies, and here is the yarn. I did not check this month to see what it is, so it's new. That's so pretty. Okay, so that's like a vibrant purple and then like a mint green with some speckles here. Those are like some just brown kind of earthy speckles, a little bit mustardy even right there. That's gonna look really cool. This is definitely not my tone of yarn. Green and purple reminds me of Barney. But this is super pretty still. Like, it's kind of like water lilies. That's what it reminds me of. And it's called Wintry Mix. The yarn is really, really soft. It smells good. Not as good as Lori's yarn. But still smells good. So I'm gonna add it to stash. But I just wanted to say thank you guys all for subscribing and your feedback on the vlogs and on the podcast channel. If you don't follow us over on We Share Needles, me and Maddie, we started a podcast. We've only filmed one episode, but we plan on shooting another one this week, and we will shoot those once every 2 weeks basically. So be looking for that. And again, thank you for watching and your feedback. And I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye!